What's up, Gator fans, SEC fans, college football fans, or just quarterback fans in general? Welcome to the QB Spotlight. Today we're going to talk about Florida Gator quarterback Anthony Richardson. We're going to look at three different reasons that all kind of coexist together, but three different reasons why he could potentially break out this year. And reason number one, it's just Anthony Richardson himself, the big ability that he has, the big talent, the high ceiling, right? Reason number two is Billy Napier's offense, which we've done a pretty in-depth, or at least we think somewhat in-depth breakdown over what Billy Napier's offense looks like. That's reason number two, because I think Richardson really fits that offense. The number three, I think it's the running back room and the running backs' potential and how the running backs are going to be used. We're going to talk about all three reasons here on this video and have some kind of film going on the back as we talk about. But before we kind of keep diving into this video, I just want to encourage you all to consider subscribing to the channel if you like any quarterback-related content. We spend most of the time kind of spending time breaking down quarterbacks in the SEC and just kind of keeping up to date with that. But any big quarterback storyline is fair game here. So let's go ahead and talk about Anthony Richardson. Anyone that's watched this channel before knows that we've been high on Anthony Richardson dating all the way back to last year. And I think he can finally has an offense and pieces in place that can really fit his tool set and his skill set, and that can really kind of develop him overall. So Anthony Richardson, it's no secret that he's a big-time talent, has a lot of big-time potential from his ability to run the ball, make big plays, but also throw the ball and push the ball downfield. He had 8.3 yards per attempt last year, which isn't, breaking any records by any means, but it shows that there's potential there, and it shows the willingness to push the ball downfield. We saw a lot of big plays, especially early on against, FAU and USF, where he had, 3 touchdowns or so on just like a few snaps, right? So we saw a lot of big-time plays with his legs and with his arms, but we also saw a lot of his probably best game overall, if you include the talent that he went up against, was LSU, right? You saw a lot of big-time plays, push the ball downfield. He didn't start that game, but came in relief of Emory Jones and almost won that game. I think it was a 49-42 game or something along those lines, and Richardson was the big reason why they stayed in the game with his arm and his legs. So I think now he's in a position to kind of put all the pieces together and just be consistent. We just saw glimpses, we just saw flashes of a lot of potential, and so he's not proven yet, right? But you hear all the reports coming out of Gainesville, you hear Billy Napier talk about Richardson and his kind of glowing remarks, and anyone that keeps up with the program will kind of second that and just knows that he has a lot of big play potential. So now be consistent, put it all together. But I think that's the reason number one why he could break out, just because he's a damn good football player himself with a really high ceiling, right? So that's reason number one. Reason number two, Billy Napier's offense in general. And again, we've done a 9 to 10 minute video breakdown kind of describing what Napier's offense is. So we're going to kind of shorten it down to maybe 2 or 3 minutes here. But the big thing with his offense, you want to get the run game going. They want to establish the run game. I believe every season at Louisiana, he had at least either 56% or 58% of the offensive plays was running the ball, right? So they want to establish that. I can't remember the exact number. Go back and watch the video we put out. I remembered it then, right? So again, they want to establish the run. And when you establish the run, it's going to help up the pass game. That's not rocket science by any means, but it does help the quarterback with some easier type throws. You're going to see his offense run, use the run to set up everything else, and it's going to make the job of the quarterback easier, set up easier throws. And you'll see a lot of motion, a lot of pre-snap movement before the actual play, and that's done for several reasons. One, they want to try to see what the defense is in. Are they in man? Are they in zone? What zone are they in? The safety moving over, the safety shading one way or another. That's going to help the quarterback kind of break down, where I need to go with the ball, what my pre-snap read and my post-snap read should look like, right? So again, pre-snap motion. Also, another reason why they do that is just to try to get the defense out of position. Another reason why they do that is just some window addressing, right? Just to try to confuse the defense, get the defense thinking they're going to do something. But in reality, it's not like they have a ton of plays. It's not as complex as it may seem with all the motions. Most plays are similar, from the run plays to the play action plays. But again, they're just using some window addressing to kind of get the defense out of position there. So again, Billy Napier's offense, I think it's a great fit for Richardson. If you put his potential within that offense, right? So if the quarterback is just average and he hits these plays, all the quarterback needs to do is be average. Now, Levi Lewis, the quarterback at Louisiana, was better than average, but he wasn't off the charts by any means, right? So if Anthony Richardson just has a Levi Lewis type production, I think Florida's in a good position. If you add Anthony Richardson's talent and high ceiling on top of that average production, if you will, and I think you have a really good chance to be really, really good. The biggest thing the quarterback needs to do in Napier's offense is to take care of the ball, and that sounds pretty basic, elementary, right? But Levi Lewis, all his interceptions the past 3 years, I can't remember the exact number, but if you go look at the interceptions and you add them up over the past 3 seasons, Levi Lewis being the quarterback for Louisiana, he had less interceptions than the quarterbacks last year at Florida did in one season, right? So if you just take care of the football, then this offense can flow and this offense can be productive, especially with Richardson's potential. Okay, last reason why I think Richardson could break out, and that's the running back room. Having Napier's offense in place takes pressure off Richardson. Having Napier's offense in place plus a good running back room takes even more pressure off Richardson. And I think there's going to be several guys that are going to contribute to the running back room for Anthony Richardson. Of course, we got Naquan Wright, the leading returner, right? He had, 326 yards rushing last year, 178 yards receiving, able to catch the ball in the backfield. He's going to fit that system really well. I expect him to have a really, really good year. I think Naquan Wright's a stud. And then, of course, you got the transfer from Louisiana, Montrell Johnson, who we saw some of these clips a few minutes ago when we were talking about Napier's offense. But he had a really, really good and productive career at Louisiana. He knows the offense. He knows the system. He fits it really well. And I think you're going to be able to see him take the next step forward because now he's got several good backs around him. I mean, he had those backs at Louisiana, but now you have a year in the SEC, and now he's able to kind of have the stage, right, the big light, if you will. But he knows the offense, and I think he's going to be successful with him. I think Johnson and Naquan Wright together are going to be a pretty good 1-2 punch. But then I also don't want to forget about Demarcus Bowman, the high 5-star transfer from Clemson. Transferred him last year. Only saw 5. Only had 5 games, I think, that he played in. Only 5 appearances, if I remember correctly. But still, big-time potential, former 5-star. We're watching some of his high school clips right now, and I think if he gets going, if he understands the offense, if he's able to kind of watch these other 2 guys pick up the offense, then he's able to kind of get in there as well, then this could be off the charts, right? If you have 3 quality running backs, and hell, they might even have more that I'm not even mentioning. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments that they have a 4th or 5th guy that are pretty damn good. But if you just get these 3 guys going, this is going to take a lot of pressure off of Richardson. Again, Naquan Wright, I think he's a big-time – I think can take a big step forward. I think you saw some good things last year. Montrell Johnson, super excited about to see him in the SEC. He did a lot of good things in Louisiana. And then, of course, Demarcus Bowman, I think he could take that step forward. But again, I think you have a quality running back room that's really going to help take pressure off Anthony Richardson. But again, it comes back to Richardson. I think very high ceiling, a lot of talent, and of course, I think he's a potential NFL guy down the road. But I really think he could break out this year because of, 1, himself being talented, 2, Billy Napier's offense being put in a position to succeed and having some easier throws, and then you combine that with his talent. That's number 2. And then number 3, the running back room, I think, is pretty damn talented too. And so it takes pressure off of Richardson. He doesn't have to do everything, right? He doesn't have to be Mr. Everything and make plays with his legs. If a play's not there and the play's not there with your legs either, you can kill it, right? And live to see another day and just take care of the football. But again, those are my 3 reasons why I think Richardson could break out: himself, the running back room, and Billy Napier's offense. But I want to hear from you. Why do you think Richardson could or could not break out? What do you think about just Richardson in general? Let us know in the comments below. Also, let us know what SEC quarterback y'all want to see next. We're going to try to hit every quarterback or quarterback room before the season starts. So let us know in the comments below. Again, if you like the video, like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. It does help the channel out. And we'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video.